WSKB is provided by Bay State Dental. Comprehensive dentistry at 14 convenient locations in Springfield, Chicopee, Longmeadow, West Springfield, Belchertown, East Longmeadow, Ludlow, Northampton, Greenfield, and Wilbraham, as well as 29 Broad Street in Westfield. Bay State Dental makes it a priority to help you achieve and maintain the healthy smile you deserve. On the web at baystatedental.com.
We thank the generosity of our underwriters. For more information, please contact the Westfield State Foundation at 413-572-8646.
morning, everyone. JPEG Luca, JP's Talk About Town. You made it through another week, and there's only like a few days before Christmas. And that means somebody's out there going, I gotta start my shopping.
Yeah, that'd be you, Jay.
No, actually, I started.
Did you? Did you finish?
I just got to finish it.
I think I have one. I got to double check all my stuff today, and I think I just have my niece to buy for. I might buy something else for Timmy.
This buying online stuff
Yes.
is awfully easy. It's very relaxing.
Isn't it too late?
You can do it with your feet up. Well, if I did it all last week, now I got to worry that it's going to show up on
Exactly. You missed the cutoff.
So now the panic sets in.
The guaranteed cutoff.
Yes, I'm checking it.
That means you actually have to go to a brick and mortar.
A brick and mortar?
Yeah.
I got to buy her brick and mortar?
No.
Oh.
I mean, actually have to go to a store.
But she's not a stonemason.
I know she's not.
She's not even a regular mason.
You might have to go to something encapsulated in brick and mortar.
Encapsulated?
Yes, which means a store.
Oh, a whatnot shop.
Yeah, one of those.
Yeah, that's what I call places like, what's downtown, Rosewoods and what's up at Hamden Ponds there, Lewis and Clark, whatever it is, something in Clark. It's a whatnot shop. It's got everything you ever wanted to need, and probably things you never knew you needed in there.
A knickknacker place.
Yeah.
Knickknacker.
So, just, in case you forgot, it's 3 days, 17 hours, 52 minutes, and 48 seconds until Christmas.
Yes. I love having that countdown clock up.
That is kind of cool. It is icky this morning, and it's going to be icky most of the day. So if you're going out, be prepared for the ick.
But this is December 21st.
Yeah, it could be worse.
It could be like that white stuff or that gray stuff that gets really slippery.
Yeah, I'd rather have white. I'd rather have the snow.
True.
Yeah, this would have translated to a couple of feet of snow.
Yes.
It would have been kind of nice. But that's, that's all right. On the other hand.
Did you see the radar this morning, the national radar?
Yeah.
Oh, my God, there's like a constant stream of moisture coming up from the Gulf of Mexico.
Yeah. And
it's going to pour.
Along with it is warmth, which is why it's rain instead of snow.
Get to 60 degrees
Yeah,
today?
it's supposed to hit 60. Record is 60 today, so that record could be broken. Have you ever driven in? And, coming into the studio, and I'm, all the way in, it's just pouring rain, and I'm thinking, okay, this is going to get icky when I get out of the car and walk over to the building the studio is in. So as I'm driving down the driveway to the parking lot,
yes,
the pouring rain gets harder.
I know. I did notice that coming up Western Avenue.
Somebody up there's going, he's going to get out of the car. Let's make it rain harder now. So good. It wasn't just me then. And I'm glad.
No, it wasn't you at all, man. It was like,
No.
Yeah.
Somebody's out to get me this morning. And I thought it was going to be a good morning. All the traffic lights were with me this morning, No, the rain was still going to get me.
It is pouring, man.
Yeah. So, we're going to see some rain and flooding. Fortunately, there's not a lot of, heavy snow in the drains around here. Still some leaves, so watch out. You're going to probably find some flooding in places, and just to be careful of that. Christmas is around the corner. We will, let's see, Tuesdays we won't be here, but you're going to be playing polkas, right?
Yeah, 20. We're going to we've expanded it a little bit. Since I'm going to be working at Mount Holyoke College, the polka can go till midnight. So we're going to do 6 a.m. to midnight of polka.
It's amazing how you can do such things from far away.
Well, it's almost just get it started, check in on it every once in a while, and let it roll.
Yeah. So life is good.
I'm probably going to come in here to make sure it starts properly, just to make sure everything's settled for the day and things like that.
You're so dedicated.
And then I'm going to go back to sleep, or if something's open, I'm going to go to breakfast.
By the way,
because that's Christmas Day. So
I got to thank you for Tuesday. Tuesday was a hoot. To those that didn't listen in, it was Thursday.
Yesterday.
Yes, was that yesterday?
Yes.
Where did my days go?
Well, I don't know. You work crazy hours.
I do that. Yesterday we had our annual Christmas show, and it was down at the Westfield Technical Academy. New Studio 102, is it?
120. 120.
Well, I had the digits.
Yeah, you were close.
Dyslexia is a terrible disease. So we had our annual Christmas show there, and all of the studio hosts, or many of the studio hosts.
Many that we could get in. Yeah, a couple
Yeah.
of them said that they had other commitments, so they couldn't make it. So that's cool.
And to those watching on Channel 15,
We apologize in again. How about that?
apologize again. Why? What did you do?
For some of the stuff that you guys were doing.
Yeah, well, so, it's ugly sweater season. What can I say? But I was having some fun. I like the 3-camera shoot you had set up, and it's the first time I had a chance to get on the other side of the control, the mixer.
Yeah, you were playing with it a little bit.
That, so that was kind of fun. As you can do all kind. I go back to the days of old analog video boards, and
Yeah, no,
pretty
me too.
archaic. Yeah, you too. But it's pretty. Today it's just like click. And it does. You get various. I haven't gotten into what the board can do. I know there's transitions in there and all kinds of
That's
fun.
just the basic one, though. That
Okay.
I bought that for like meetings,
Okay.
sports, quick cut stuff. So the two, we have two switchers. One is a classic video style switcher, which is the Ross, and one which is a little bit more newer, which is the Blackmagic A10. And the Ross is traditional. It's got the control surface, just the buttons, that kind of thing. It's programmable to a certain extent. The Blackmagic can either be controlled by a computer or it can be controlled by a control surface. And I'm going to have both of them so that the students learn on a traditional and then a hybrid and then a computer.
That's going to be a great program. I'm dying to, when you get that started. I hope I get a chance to come in and visit a couple of your classes.
Yeah,
that'd
they're
be
gonna.
fun.
The plan is, as I understand it right now, is to hire a full-time teacher, so that I'm the person with doing the productions, but I'm more on the community side, doing outreach, training people to use that gear as a public access station. So not only can you use it as a student, but it's also the public access station, so it'll be usable by the public as well.
And that's something that's getting lost. I mean, it was hot in the heyday of cable. Around community access.
Well, you know what? We were spoiled here because Continental Cablevision, which was our provider for
up on East
years,
Mountain Road.
believed in that.
Yeah, and there was a nice studio up there.
They believed in the community involvement piece of it, and they believed that the biggest part of that was to provide television access to the community, whether it would be their local origination channels or public access. And that was also, it was FCC mandate at the time, but it's kind of gone away from the cable companies providing that service. It's gone to now where, it's up to the communities to provide that service. And the other thing that, when I was growing up, you didn't have access to professional equipment. You just didn't. The only place you had access was at your public access station. Now, the revolution has gone where everybody has a video device on their hip or their pocket, but they don't know how to use it properly.
You got a good point. Everybody can point and click, but being able to compose the shot, being able to, put it in the right setting, create the context, and especially in the art of video, setting up the scene, and giving everyone a point of reference to what that is going to be. Now, this goes back to being a director of a show, and I remember learning this back in high school a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away.
Yeah, exactly.
Speaking of a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, and you probably know the answer to this, and I can't remember the model number of the board, but probably everyone listening is familiar with the scene in the first Star Wars, which was actually the fourth Star Wars that was...
Yeah, I get it.
Okay. Back in the 70s. The scene in the movie where the Death Star is about to fire their primary weapon or whatever it is. And they shoot to the control board where one of the technicians pulls the lever down, and you hear boo as he put, okay, we're going to fire this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, buddy of mine used to be a tech over at 22 years ago, and he says, "Oh, I know what that is. It's a TS7232 video switcher,
a Grass Valley."
Yeah,
because Grass Valley was the most popular switcher.
And whatever it is, I looked it up online, and it was, because I pulled the piece up in the movie, and I go, son of a gun, that's exactly what that is.
Yeah, it was probably a Grass Valley switcher.
Yeah. So, but
they're still in business as far as I know.
Well, I'm sure there's a lot of old stations around that still use that, because the stuff was bulletproof.
Yeah, I mean, but most stations have gone out of... Nowadays, instead of having video switched in one path and audio switched in the other, they're combined on what looks like a video cable, but it's called SDI, Serial Digital Interface.
Yeah, because it used to be an old BNC, and then
that's still a BNC.
Audio. Okay,
it's still a BNC,
but it's a digital. But
now
feed.
Everything's conveyed over one cable.
Yeah.
So
it's come a long way, and it's fun. And I apologize to those of you who are out there. Your eyes are rolling into the back of your head, and you're going, "Oh man, the geeks are going at it again."
I can remember the days of working on Continental Cablevision's truck when we did Indians hockey.
That's right. They had that little
Falcons
portable studio truck.
It was the bread truck.
Yeah.
And the camera cable at the time was about 3/4 of an inch thick, and it was just all copper cables doing different jobs and conveying all that information over a huge what they call multi-core cable, and it had this 1-inch connector that was a twist lock, and that powered the camera and it video back and forth and intercom and things like that. Now it's a fiber optic cable.
Yeah,
it does the same thing,
all on a very little teeny tiny, albeit more delicate cable.
But what's nice about that is, in my application, if we ever get the auditorium where it's usable for things, I can pay somebody to run fiber all the way up to the auditorium and patch that in, use patch cables in my studio and patch cables up there and just roll the cameras up there, plug in audio to them, and all I have to do is roll 3 cameras up there and take a feed. And that's it.
Yeah, then your control board is still back in 120.
And I have intercom up to the kids, so up to whoever's running the camera, and they can do their thing.
It's amazing, and that's the potential to teach kids. And now as much as the aviation program there is just incredible, and hats off to Zap for help and enabling that to happen. I'm more excited over the chance to have a live studio here in the city that kids are learning on. Mm-hmm. People are going to be able to walk out of there ready for a career in broadcasting.
And the thing is, I've been trying to tell the kids, I said, there are jobs there, but you have to know. Used to be where you could run a camera and be a camera operator, and that's it.
No, now you got to be jack of all trades.
Now you have to be everything. Plus, if you really understand the graphic arts piece of it, the programs like the Adobe suite of programs and animators and editing and things like that, and the production part of it, now you become almost invaluable to any production company out there, because you can walk into an insurance company, a big insurance company, and be their 2-person video department and be able to do everything they need you to do.
And therein lies the future of broadcast. It may not be commercial broadcasting as we know it off air or off cable or off satellite. It's business. I work in my real job, we have meetings every week that are on conference call or video conferencing, or in many cases, it's a broadcast from headquarters, our CEO sending a message around the world at the same time. Key messages, these are regular meetings.
They used to all be done by satellite.
Right. Now it's
expensive, and now it's on like Skype for Business.
Yeah. And it's just amazing what's out there, and there is a heck of a market for that. Now back to broadcast TV. Take a look next time you see a news truck around. There's not a camera operator and a techie and an on-air personality. It's the on-air guy. He goes out, sets up the tripod, stands in front of it, and starts talking.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. And they have to know how to operate the microwave system too.
Right.
Now.
Yeah.
Because the cellular packs are great for spot news, but they get expensive. They do. I mean, the nature of the beast. They get it. They have these vests where they have multiple cell modems on them, all complexed together to a single streaming device. And those aren't cheap, but they're good in a space where you can't get a truck in there. You maybe can get 1 or 2 people in there, and they get the job done. Sometimes they're not always great, but they get the job done.
So once again, I apologize for our geekness this morning. We just love talking. It's all the behind-the-scenes stuff, and probably the main reason we're involved in what we're doing here, just as a hobby and fun. This is Jay Pagliuca, Pete Coles on the other side of the board. JP's Talk About Town. This morning, we're going to be getting into a little bit of fun with a Christmas-themed golden age of radio. But before we get there, we talked about Christmas music and everything. And come November, I'm waiting for Thanksgiving. Granted, I like to eat, but I'm really looking forward to the beginning of the Christmas mood. And that really starts with all the Christmas music. Well, that was a month ago. And right about now, I'm kind of getting tired of Christmas music. On the other hand, over the years, there have been a lot of parodies of Christmas music. And those I don't
Are they all clean, Jay?
Get tired of hearing.
Did you screen all these?
Yes, they are.
Okay.
But the delay is on, right?
Yeah.
Just in case. So, with that in mind, Pete, I'm going to let you choose the first one. What have you got in queue?
I have the Bethlehemian Rhapsody.
Make it so.
Is this the real birth? Is it nativity? Caught in a census in the town of his ancestry. Open your eyes, look up to the skies and see. He's just a poor boy, foretold by prophecy. Because the wise men come, wise men go, angels high, shepherds low. This is how God's love shows. It's a wondrous story to me. Mary just got the word. The angel did appear, but he told her not to fear. Mary, now it's just begun. Your son is gonna wash our sins away. Mary, the God who reigns on high has sent his son through you to die for I see a little silhouette of a sheep. Shepherds watch over their flocks at night time. Angels shine like lightning, very, very frightening me. Peace on earth, unto you is born this day. I'm just a shepherd, nobody loves me. He's just a shepherd from a poor family. Angels that go to the stable and see. Wise men come, wise men go, will Herod let him live? Hey, Herod, no, he will not let him live. Better go. Hey, Herod, he will not let him live. Better go. Hey, Herod, he will not let him live. Better go. Let him live. Better go. Let him live. Better go. Go. Mary Joseph, Mary Joseph, better go to Egypt now. God has sent your son to pay for me, for me. Tale of days gone by, but sins right out of here. This is how God's love shows.
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by the Barnes & Noble College Bookstore in the Ely Campus Center, offering Westfield State t-shirts, sweatshirts, and gift merchandise, all of your academic needs, and offering textbook materials in new, used, ebook, and rental formats. Available at the bookstore on campus or online at westfieldstate.bncollege.com.
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by Commercial Distributing Company of Westfield. Now in its third generation of family ownership, Commercial is one of the premier beverage distributors of Western Massachusetts. The Plasek family and the staff of Commercial Distributing wishes you good times throughout the year and urges you to drink responsibly. Underwriting for community radio is provided by the YMCA of Greater Westfield. Every day, the YMCA strengthens the community through programs and services focused on youth development, healthy living, and social responsibility. For all the Y's many programs and services, visit us on the web at www.westfieldymca.org. The YMCA, 67 Court Street in downtown Westfield. We're more than a gym. We're a cause.
Support for community radio on WSKB is provided by Betts Plumbing and Heating Supply Company, an independent, family-owned wholesaler serving Westfield for over 50 years, specializing in plumbing, heating, and industrial piping supplies. On the web at bettsplumbing.com or at 14 Coleman Avenue in Westfield.
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by Westfield Bank. For more than 160 years, Westfield Bank has been an important community presence and commercial leader in the Pioneer Valley. With convenient full banking services in Westfield, West Springfield, East Longmeadow, Agawam, Feeding Hills, Springfield, Southwick, as well as Enfield and Granby, Connecticut, visit us on the web at westfieldbank.org. We thank the generosity of our underwriters. For more information, please contact the Westfield State Foundation at 413-572-8646. Friday mornings is something different on 89.5 FM. It's JP's Talk About Town.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB. Live from the campus of Westfield State University, this is 89.5 FM, WSKB, Westfield.
And that's the very wrong thing to say just before you open the mics.
Sorry.
The things that happen off air here are going to stay off air, and that's kind of like in Las Vegas. The saying has changed now. It used to be what happens in Vegas
stays in Vegas.
Well, yeah. Now it's what happens in Vegas usually ends up on Facebook. So be
TMZ.
Be real careful about what you do in Vegas now. This is Jay Pagluka. That's Pete Coles on the other side of the board. Good morning, everyone. You made it through another week. You got a little bit left, a little bit of time left to do some last-minute Christmas shopping. It's going to be a zoo at the malls this weekend.
I know. Well, I found out Kohl's is open 24 hours a day until Christmas.
Are they really?
So I'm thinking about going About 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning tonight.
I used to love doing that at Walmart. You know, I mean, when Walmart started doing that for the holidays, from I don't know if they still do now, but for a couple of years they were from Thanksgiving to Christmas they were open 24/7. Well, first of all, you could go there and there's no mob. You get what you need and you get out.
Right.
On the other hand, you think there's funny-looking people at Walmart during the day?
Oh yeah, people of Walmart.
Oh,
the people of Walmart are fun.
Oh my,
very
Lord.
fun. But yeah, I'm thinking about going overnight, like maybe early in the morning before I come here, and then finish my last-minute stuff.
On this morning's JP's Golden Age of Radio, we got some Christmas cheer for you. This one in the way of Jack Benny. Ladies and gentlemen, JP's Golden Age of Radio will be back at the end of this episode of Jack Benny.
The Jack Benny Program, presented by Lucky Strike.
Quality of product is essential to continuing success.
And Lucky Strike means fine tobacco.
LSMFT.
Yes, Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. And in a cigarette, it's the tobacco that counts. Remember what happens at the tobacco auction? At market after market, independent tobacco experts can see the makers of Lucky Strike consistently select and buy that fine, that light, that naturally mild tobacco.
Lucky Strike presents The Man Who Knows, the Tobacco Warehouseman.
Mr. Alexander Irvin, well-known tobacco warehouseman of Reidsville, North Carolina, said recently,
"For many seasons, I've seen the makers of Lucky Strike buy ripe, mellow tobacco. Fine tobacco you just can't beat for real smoking quality. Smoked Lucky's myself for 14 years.
So for your own real, deep-down smoking enjoyment, remember,
LSMFT.
Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. And Lucky Strike is the ideal gift on every Christmas list. So say Merry Christmas 200 times with a carton of 200 Lucky Strike cigarettes in their beautiful holiday wrapping.
And for the specials on your list, a special handsome gift box of 500 Lucky Strike cigarettes. Each so round, so firm, so fully packed, so free and easy on the draw.
The Lucky Strike program starring Jack Benny with Mary Livingston, Phil Harris, Rochester, Dennis Day, and yours truly, Don Wilson. Ladies and gentlemen, as you all know, there are only 3 more shopping days till Christmas. So let's pick up Jack and Rochester on their way down to do their last-minute Christmas shopping.
Rochester, how far is it from my house to downtown?
About 7 miles, boss.
Oh, fine. We ought to be there about noon.
Yeah, it's a good thing we started last night.
Yeah. Gee, there sure is a lot of traffic this time of year, and I have so much to do. I better check over this list. Clark Gable, a half a dozen shirts. Barbara Stanwyck, 1 dozen initial handkerchiefs. Gary Cooper, 2 pair of silk pajamas. Claudette Colbert, a lace negligee. Rochester, I hope we can deliver these things by tomorrow.
Yeah, you promised them they'd have their laundry back before Christmas.
We may have to work nights. Oh, well, let's not worry about that now. Darn, we'll never get downtown at this rate. So slow riding behind the trolley.
You want me to cast off and hook onto a bus?
No, I can't stand those fumes. You know, Rochester, Christmas is a lot different now than it was years ago. I remember one Christmas Eve when I was a kid. The ground was covered with snow, and as I looked out the window, in the distance I could see someone dressed in red. Suddenly there came a patter of hoofbeats and a knock on the door, and the door flew open, and a man said,
"The British are coming."
He did not. He said, "Merry Christmas." It was Santa Claus. Then he came into the house and gave my cousin Cliff a sled, my sister Florence a doll, and Rochester, you'll never guess what Santa Claus gave me.
What?
A violin.
That sweet old man did that?
Rochester, don't be so... Oh, there's the store. We better start looking for a place to park. Here's a place. Slow down while I see what it says on the sign. This parking lot reserved for the patrons of the Paddock Swimming Pool Company. 1 hour free parking with each $6,000 purchase. Gee, it's a shame we've already have a swimming pool. Oh, look, here's another free parking lot. Let me see. This lot reserved for the patrons of Dr. Whiteside, the friendly dentist. 1 hour free parking with each tooth pulled. Rochester.
I went last time. It's your turn now.
Well, never mind. Let me out and you find a place to park the car. I got to meet Miss Livingston.
Okay.
Gee, there's certainly a lot of people downtown today.
Jack, oh, Jack.
Oh, hello, Mary.
Jack, I've been waiting for 15 minutes.
Oh, I'm sorry. We got held up in traffic. Let's go in the store. Mary, you have my Christmas list, haven't you?
Yes, here it is.
What does it say?
It says, Dear Jackie boy, I couldn't meet you last night because the customer spilled a chocolate soda all over my uniform. So I...
The list is on the other side. Give it to me.
Wait a minute, Jack. Who's Josephine?
The little blonde car hop at Simon's Drive-In. She used to work at the Glendale branch, but they promoted her to Beverly Hills. Gee, I hope that chocolate soda incident doesn't send her back to Glendale. You know, she's very pretty, Mary. The Drive-In uses her pictures in all their newspaper ads.
Oh, yes, I remember. She was Miss Cheeseburger of 1946.
Yeah, she'd have made it this year, too, but her mustard was on crooked. Just goes to show you. Fate. A little thing like that, huh? Let me see that list, Mary.
Here you are.
Gee, I still have to buy a present for my old girlfriend, Gladys Abisco. I don't know what to get her. Do you think she'd like a lipstick?
I don't know. She got lips.
Yes. Oh, stop being so catty. I know what. I'll just send her some flowers. Now, come on. Before I do any shopping, I want to open a charge account. There's the credit department over there.
Now, Mr. Benny, I think we have all the personal information we need. Now, would you tell us something about your financial qualifications? What are your assets?
Well, I own my own home, my own car. I have 3 paid-up insurance policies. I have a radio program, and I own some stocks and bonds.
I see. Now, what are your liabilities?
My liabilities?
The horn blows at midnight.
Mary.
The horn blows at midnight. Oh, yes, that was a picture.
Thank you.
Now, Mr. Benny, in what bank do you keep your money?
The Bank of America, California Bank, Security Trust Company, Farmers and Merchants Bank, Mercantile Trust Company, Security Savings Bank, First National Bank of New York, Pittsburgh Trust Company, National Bank of Commerce.
Can I help you, young man?
Help me?
Yes, you've been standing in front of this counter for 10 minutes.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm confused.
Well, that's understandable. You're confused because it's Christmas time. You've got the Christmas spirit. You're doing your Christmas shopping, and you're looking at so many different things.
Well, that explains why I'm confused in December, but what about the other months?
Well, I wouldn't know. I'm just standing behind this counter because in a moment of enthusiasm, I sold my pants.
Oh, well, I'd like to get something for my parents.
Oh, your mother and father, eh?
Yeah, how did you know?
Oh, I just figured it out.
Gee whiz, I don't know what to get for my mother.
You know, young man, looking at you, I can just picture your mother.
You can?
Yes, small, petite, gentle, a kindly smile for everyone, and spends most of the time sitting in a rocking chair knitting.
That's my father. Now try and guess my mother. Oh, boy, she sure makes him toe the mark.
You mean your father's afraid of your mother?
Oh, everybody's afraid of my mother. When I was born, the stork left me a block away from the house.
What?
It's a good thing I knew the address. Gee, I wish I knew what to buy my mother for a Christmas present. Oh, I know. I'll get her one of these. What size is this one?
38.
No, that'll be a little too small. What size is this one here?
That's a 44.
That's fine. Put some bullets in it and wrap it up.
Yes, sir.
Send it to Mrs. Patricia Day and put a card in it saying, "With all my love, Dennis."
Yes, sir. I'll do that immediately.
First First National Bank, Bank of Manhattan, Sacramento Savings and Trust, San Francisco Bank Exchange, and the Benny Trust Company of Waukegan.
Well, you certainly keep your money in a lot of different places.
Yes.
He's also got a St. Bernard with a coin slot in the brandy barrel.
That's in case I get lost, isn't it?
Well, Mr. Benny, as far as your credit is concerned, that's all the information we need.
Thank you. Now, come on, Mary. Let's get my shopping started. Let me see that list again. There's Don, Rochester. I know what to get Dennis. He told me what he wants. And it's such a silly thing.
What does he want?
A bulletproof vest. Say, Mary, what would be a good thing for a 9-year-old boy? I want to get something for little Stevie Kent.
Stevie Kent? Isn't he the little boy who tackled you in the football game and sprained your ankle?
Uh-huh.
And you're buying him a present?
Mary, it was an accident. He didn't mean to do it.
Then why are you suing him?
I'm not suing. I dropped the case after he paid the doctor bill. Now, come on, let's try to...
Benny, Mr. Jack Benny, please report to the credit department.
Oh, darn it, what do they want now?
Pardon me, miss. Would you mind waiting on me, please?
Why, yes, sir. What can I do for you all?
Well, honey, child. You the same little gal waiting on me last year. You from Alabama, ain't you?
I sure I am. Are you all from the South?
Am I all from the South? Honey, when I was born, the doctor held me up on my feet and slapped me with a candied yam.
Well, corn my pole and mint my julep if it ain't little old Phil Harris.
That's me, baby. They purchased Louisiana because I was in it.
I don't doubt it for a minute. Now, what would you like to buy?
Well, I don't know.
How would y'all like to see something nice in lingerie?
Now, honey, you know you shouldn't throw me a line like that.
Oh. Gee, Mr. Harris, you're so cute.
Yeah, everybody notices it.
You know, Mr. Harris, you're so much different than I pictured you to be. On the radio, you're such a braggart. You sound so conceited.
That ain't nothing. Wait till I go on television.
Are you all going to go on television?
Honey, when a man is as good looking as I am, television ain't a luxury. It's a necessity. Now, let me see. Let me see. I'm wondering, honey, what I can get for my wife. I'll tell you what. Hey, give me one of them negligees there.
Why, yes, sir. Shall I wrap it as a gift?
Yeah, and fix the package up so she can't peek into it. Seal it over with some of that scotch and soda tape.
I'll have it wrapped up for you in 2 shakes of a possum's tail. Wait right here, Mr. Harris.
Say, mister, there was a call that I report back here to the credit department.
Oh, yes, Mr. Benny. The store has checked your financial standing, and we're happy to say that the papers are all ready for the loan.
Loan? I don't want to get a loan.
No, we do.
Well, how much...
Jack, come on. You came here to do your Christmas shopping.
Oh, yes. You better call me at home, mister. Come on, Mary. I might as well buy the flowers for Gladys Zabisco first.
Okay.
Hiya, Jack.
Huh? Oh, hello.
Long time no see.
All right. Come on, Mary.
Jack, who was that?
Oh, he's that racetrack tout who used to hang around Santa Anita. What a guy. Come on, let's get away from him, huh?
Oh, wait a minute, Jack. I want to stop the lingerie counter. I like this shade, miss. I'll take this pair of 2-thread hose.
You're wrong, lady. This hose is 3 threads.
Oh, no, it's 2 thread.
I beg your pardon, but it's 3 thread.
Listen, sister, don't argue with me. Not so long ago, I was standing right where you are.
Just tell her, Mary.
I don't know why I'm so fresh. She's making more money than I am.
Only during the holiday season. Anyway, Mary, you don't have to buy stockings. I was going to give you a pair for Christmas.
I'll buy my own. I wore the stockings you gave me last year, and everybody thought I was a nurse.
Well, how do I know the kind you want? Now, come with me while I get the flowers.
Hello, Mr. Benny. I see the Yule time is catching up with you.
Oh, hello, Mr. Kitzel. Hello, are you doing your Christmas shopping?
Look at these arm-loaded bundles. The things I am buying.
Now, what's in that long, thin package?
This is a present I'm sending to my brother-in-law. It's a hacksaw.
A hacksaw?
If he gets it in time, he'll be home for Christmas.
Mr. Kitzel, your brother-in-law is a prisoner?
No, he's the warden.
Well, if he's the warden, why does he want a hacksaw?
He was playing truth or consequences with the prisoners, and he lost.
Oh.
Say, Mr. Kitzel, what are you getting your wife for Christmas?
I got it already here in this box. It's a beautiful fur coat.
Well, that's nice. What is it, a fox or sable?
On the label, it's sable. In the box, it's fox.
Well, don't you know what you bought? I mean, didn't you ask the salesman?
For $29, I should start an argument.
Well, maybe you're right. She'll probably like it anyway. Well, goodbye, Mr. Kitzel.
Merry Yule time, Mr. Benny.
Merry Christmas to you. Merry Christmas. Say, Mary, while you're waiting for your stockings, I'm going over and pick out some flowers for Gladys. Gee, all these flowers are so beautiful. But I think I'll get these roses. Yeah, they're the nicest.
Hey, Jack. Jack.
Uh-huh?
What you doing?
I'm buying flowers.
What kind?
I'm buying roses. What?
Take the carnations.
But look, I don't want carnations. I want roses.
Come here a minute.
Huh?
Don't be a jake. The roses are $1 a piece. That's even money.
I know.
The same dough on carnations will get you 6 to 1.
$6 to 1.
Don't take my word for it. Here it is in the seed catalog.
Look, mister.
I'll show you. Now, let's see. Poppies, gladiolas, chrysanthemums, poison ivy. Oh, that's been scratched. Violets, daisies, roses. Yeah, here it is, roses. Blooms early, fades in the finish.
Well, look, I don't care what it says. I'm still going to buy the roses.
Okay, it's your money.
I wish that guy would leave me alone. Say, oh, Miss!
Now, let me see. I have my rifle, cartridges, my rod and reel and hooks.
Yes, sir. Now, is there anything else you need?
Oh, yes, a tent.
Very well. How about this one over here?
Well, that looks good.
Shall I have it delivered?
No, just put sleeves on it. I'll wear it home.
Don!
Oh, hello, Jack. Hello. Doing your last-minute shopping?
Yeah, I was just going over to the perfume counter to get a present for my sister Florence.
Well, Jack, before you go, I want to show you something I bought you in the toy department. I gave you something like this last year, but you broke it, remember?
Oh, yeah, but Don, that was last year. I'm too old for toys
But,
now.
Jack, this is so novel. Now, just look at it. A set of toy wooden soldiers.
Now, that's not for me, believe me.
Well, now, just watch what happens when I wind them up.
Don, people are watching. Don, you can show it to me at home.
Here it goes.
LSMFT, for you, it's a smoke for me, it's a smoke for we. LSM, 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 FFM, 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 LSM, 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 FFM, 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 it's a round, it's a burn, it's a fully crack. Better buy Lucky's, better buy Lucky's, Lucky Strikes the smoke for me. Better try Lucky's, better try Lucky's, LSM, better buy Lucky's, better buy Lucky's, Lucky Strikes the smoke for me. LSM, 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 LSM.
Darn it, I'll have to wind them up again.
Never mind, Don. Forget it. It was nice of you to think of me anyway. I'll see you later.
Jack, I've been looking for you.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mary. I stopped to talk to Don Wilson. Oh, say, Mary, don't let me forget to buy something for Fred Allen.
Fred Allen?
Yeah, I don't know what to get him. He has nothing. Oh, I'll buy something for my sister first. Here's the perfume counter. Pardon me, sir. I'd like to buy some perfume.
Okay, mister. What kind of perfume would you like?
Well, I don't know. What's popular right now?
Well, here's something that's not too strong yet leaves a trail of broken hearts.
Oh.
It's called Avec très je t'aime beaucoup, my chérie très bien.
What does that mean?
I don't know. I didn't take French when I was at Harvard.
Oh, well, anyway, I don't think I'd like that. What else have you got?
Well, here's some other perfume called Essence of a Locker Room.
No, I don't want... Say, here's a perfume that looks nice. How much is that?
68 cents a gallon.
68 cents a gallon? What do you think, Mary?
The same as you. The price is right.
I didn't mean that.
If you want something cheaper, here's some perfume for only 25 cents.
25 cents? What kind of a bottle does that come in?
That don't come in no bottle. We keep it on tap.
On tap?
When I draw it fast, you ought to see the head on it.
Well, never mind. I'll get something else.
By the way, mister, how come they put a fellow like you behind the perfume counter?
Oh, my regular job is in a delicatessen department slicing Limburger cheese.
Limburger cheese?
Yeah, once a month they send me here to neutralize me.
Well, you must have just come up. Huh? Come on, Mary, let's go. Mary, let's go to another counter and see...
Oh, look! There's Rochester buying some cufflinks.
Oh, yeah, I wonder who they're for. Let's sneak up behind him and listen.
I think these are beautiful. They're very unusual.
Yeah, but I don't think my boss would like them. They ain't his style.
I see. What type of man is your boss?
Well, he's medium tall, medium weight, and rather conservative.
By conservative, you mean he's parsimonious?
Parsimonious? What's that?
Frugal.
What's frugal?
Thrifty.
You're headed in the right direction, but you've got a long way.
If I had those couplings already, I'd fire him.
Quiet. I want to hear this.
Now, let's see. Maybe he'd like something else. Why don't you buy him a nice wallet?
He ain't got no use for a wallet.
Where does he keep his money?
California Bank, Bank of America, Security First National Bank, and a Philco deep freeze.
A Philco deep freeze?
Mr. Benny likes some of his money in cold cash.
Rochester!
Oh, hello, boss. I didn't see you.
I know you didn't, but if you're going to buy me a Christmas present, buy it. Don't discuss my personal affairs.
Yes, sir.
Now, come on, Mary, let's go. Oh, say, Mary, there's one thing I still have to get.
What's that?
A present for Don Wilson. I can get it right over here at this counter. Oh, clerk?
Yes, sir?
I was thinking of getting...
Say, your face looks familiar. Didn't I wait on you last year?
Yes, I believe you did. I was thinking of getting...
Now I remember. You bought a pair of shoelaces, didn't you?
Yes, I did. Now, I was thinking of getting...
You couldn't make up your mind whether to get plastic tips or metal tips.
That's right.
Jack, let's get out of here.
Wait, Mary, I have to buy Don's present. Mister, do you happen to have...
I remember how you kept coming back. First you'd get plastic tips, then you'd change to metal tips. Plastic tips, metal tips.
It was a hard decision to make, you see. Now, mister, I'd like to
metal tips, plastic tips, metal tips.
Jack, get out quick.
Wait a minute.
And you came back again and again and again and again.
Mister.
All the other clerks went home, but I had to stay.
Look, mister.
But you're not going to do it to me this year.
Jack.
Plastic tips, metal tips, plastic tips, metal tips. Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out.
But, mister.
Plastic tips, metal tips, jingle all the way. Everybody else had fun, but here I had to stay.
Come on, Mary, let's go.
Plastic tips, metal tips, jingle all the way.
Ladies and gentlemen, since this is our Christmas show, we feel that it is fitting to close with a medley of Christmas carols sung by Dennis Day.
Oh, little town of Bethlehem, how still we see thee lie above thy deep and dreamless sleep. The silent stars go by, yet in thy dark street shineth the everlasting light. The hopes and fears of all the year are met in thee tonight. The first Noel, the angel did say, was to servant to shepherds in fields as they lay, in fields where they lay keeping their sheep on a cold winter's night that was so deep. Noel, 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 born is the King
This is NBC,
Support for the community
national
programming
broadcasting.
of WSKB is provided by Bay State Noble Hospital, a brand new name for a Westfield institution which is improving the health of our community every day with quality and compassion. Noble Hospital and Bay State Health, better together. Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by Bay State Dental. Comprehensive dentistry at 14 convenient locations in Springfield, Chicopee, Longmeadow, West Springfield, Belchertown, East Longmeadow, Ludlow, Northampton, Greenfield, and Wilbraham, as well as 29 Broad Street in Westfield. Bay State Dental makes it a priority to help you achieve and maintain the healthy smile you deserve. On the web at baystatedental.com.
We thank the generosity of our underwriters. For more information, please contact the Westfield State Foundation at 413-572-8646.
Wednesday mornings from 6 till 8, it's Tina Gorman with Wake Up Wednesday.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB.
Live from the campus of Westfield State University, this is 89.5 FM, WSKB, Westfield.
The restroom door said gentlemen, so I just walked inside. I took 2 steps and realized I'd been taken for a ride. I heard high voices, turned and found the place was occupied by 2 nuns, 3 old ladies, and a nurse. What could be worse than 2 nuns, 3 old ladies, and a nurse? The restroom door said, gentlemen, it must have been a gag. As soon as I walked in there, I ran into some old hag. She sprayed me with a can of mace and smacked me with her bag. I could tell this just wouldn't be my day. What can I say? It just wasn't turning out to be my day. The restroom door said, gentlemen, and I would like to find the crummy little creep who had the nerve to switch the sign. 'Cause I've got 2 black eyes and 1 high heel up my behind. Now I can't sit with comfort and joy. Boy, oh boy, no, I'll never sit with comfort and joy.
I don't know how to follow that.
Yeah, how do you follow that, Jay?
Not to say I never thought about switching the names.
Will you move your mic closer to you, please?
Oh, no, I just got to re-aim it.
Yes, thank you.
It was unaimed.
Jeez.
Good morning, everyone. I'm probably going to be sorry to admit this is JPEG Luca and JP's Talk About Town. That's Pete Coles on the other side of the board, and joining us here for a little preview of his show is Mark Auerbach.
Good morning,
Mark.
gentlemen.
Hey.
That was quite the holiday song you just played, Jay.
Like I say, this time of year, I'm starting to finally get tired of all of the holiday music that you hear everywhere. And I figure we'd kind of put a little twisted spin on it.
Twisted is true.
Not only the holiday music, but you sign on to Facebook, and it's one ad after another for things. Last minute shopping, gifts and stuff. I will be glad when the 26th arrives.
Well, yeah, then the cars are trying to get you over to the showroom to get rid of their 2018 model.
I'll introduce you to the ad blocker for Chrome, and you'll be all set.
That would be really terrific.
Yes.
I mean, I love some of the junky music that people put out for the holidays, like John Waters, the bad boy of American cinema, has a holiday show that he tours with, and there's an album of Christmas music that he personally likes, and some of it is Tiny Tim doing Christmas songs on a ukulele, and some other girl groups from Baltimore in the 50s.
The really
and 60s.
awful ones.
Really awful ones.
Oh, that's cute.
I've enjoyed listening to some of those.
So you're going to be following us at 8 o'clock this morning, Mark, as you always do.
Yeah, with our last Arts Beat Radio new program of the year, I've gathered some of the other arts writers around the Western New England. One is Fred Sokol from Talking Broadway, one is Chris Roman from the Valley Advocate, and one's J. Peter Bergman from the Berkshire Edge. We're going to talk about the best and worst of theater in Western New England this year.
Well, the best and worst. Well,
yeah, I mean, I just finished a 3-part series for the Westfield News on the best of 2018, and nobody asked me what was the worst. So,
well, I'm asking now.
So we're going to have breaking news then on the Arts
We
Beat.
just might, but it's the last new program we're putting together on the 28th. I'm bringing back from the archives, as they say, one of the Arts Beat Radio that I enjoyed doing the most, and that was with James Barry and Tara Franklin, husband and wife actors who co-starred in the Berkshire Theater Group's production of Naked.
That was a good show.
Directed by Eric Hill. And in the middle of the radio broadcast, one of them had to take one of the kids to school, and it was just a real down-home morning chat, which of all the shows that we've done this year, I think is one that's my personal favorite.
I really enjoy listening to those when you guys are on the road and you've been hitting some of the Berkshire sites and stuff. Do you have more of that planned for next year? Or next year?
Well, I'm hoping that we're going to go back on the road. Peter and I and Patrick Barry went to Theater Works in Hartford and did a special on the set of Christmas on the Rocks. And we've been to Berkshire Theater Group before, twice actually, and we've been to Cranwell and done the Capitol Steps. You and I were on that.
That was a fun
and
trip.
I'm hoping we do more next year. I'm starting off the new year with a show that Westfield people will like. Everybody's heard of the Burridge brothers, Joshua and Nick. They were real talented in high school and doing local theater, and then Joshua went to New York and he got cast in the Broadway production of Cats, and now he's touring the country in the musical A Bronx Tale. And his older brother Nick, who had gone to New York prior, is now in the national tour of Cats, which will be at the Bushnell at the end of January. So Nick's going to join us on the first Friday, January 4th.
Two of the brothers, I noticed this yesterday. I was up at the high school for an event, and they have a wall of people who have given back the most in their class. And Josh and the youngest brother are both on that plaque for their classes. And it's an amazing family. It really is.
Yeah, I don't know the family at all, but I just know there's a third brother who is not involved in theater. But the two...
But apparently he was community involved because he's up on that wall.
Yeah,
Anthony.
the two brothers that are involved that have gone on to New York in professional theater are both so talented. So I'm kind of excited to have Nick join us. And on the same program, Paul Marte from the Bushnell is going to be talking about what the Broadway shows coming to the Bushnell are after Hamilton packs up and leaves.
We have had some wonderful talent leave Westfield and be successful in the world of entertainment. So
there's quite a lot of local talent that didn't just come to the Berkshires to live and work, but
went beyond.
People that grew up here in some of the small towns that have gone on. You know, people think, wow, Bryn Cartelli from Longmeadow, who won The Voice, is going to be nationally known, but Megan Fahey, an actress from Longmeadow, is known in television and in Broadway theater. She's done a lot of stuff. Todd Rosenthal, a kid from Longmeadow, has a Tony Award for designing theater and just designed a show in Chicago called 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, which won Chicago's version of the Tonys. So there is local talent that's gone on.
Well, Pete, who's one of the local most famous voices that have come out of Westfield, passed away in the last year or two?
The guy from
Saturday Night Live, the opening voice, Don Pardo.
That's right. And there was another actress from Westfield, Ann Petoniak.
Well, and Bridget Moynihan from Longmeadow, too.
Bridget Moynihan and Paige Turco. And John Shea, who was who got an Oscar, I think, for the movie Missing.
And he was a long-time soap actor, too.
Yeah, he grew up in Springfield. His dad was the superintendent of schools.
Yep.
So there have been a lot of locals that have gone on and done stuff. But the Burridge brothers, I've talked with both of them because I've done print interviews with them. They're two of the nicest, most unassuming guys. And they both have careers looming in front of them. They're just everyday, down-home people, and they're from Westfield.
That's extremely cool. And when's that with Nick? The
that
show
will be
with Nick?
Friday, January 4th, 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock, right here on 89.5 WSKB.
And he's playing Cats, that will be the touring cast.
Cats opens at the Bushnell, I believe, on Tuesday, January 29th. Nick is a swing in Cats, and that means that he's covering 5 or 6 different roles. So
not swinging like dancing.
No. He has learned 5 or 6 different roles in Cats.
Wow.
So when people are taking their vacations
That
or
can't
they're
be
out
easy.
sick, no. And that's what Josh did in the Broadway production of Cats. He learned 6 different roles, and he ended up going on 3 and 4 performances a week.
Wow.
Now he's full-time chorus in the musical A Bronx Tale. Nick was in the national tour of Cinderella, and he started as an understudy and ended up in the chorus. So these guys are just really doing great stuff at very young ages.
That's great to hear. We're talking with Mark Auerbach from Artsbeat Radio, and what the column in the Westfield News is called?
It's called Artsbeat because I couldn't think of a different name for both of them. Well, hey, it sounds good.
There's some good marketing consistency there.
There definitely is. And the Artsbeat in Westfield News runs in print in Westfield News on Thursdays, and also Longmeadow News and Enfield Press. And then it's online usually by about 6 o'clock on Wednesday evening.
Yeah.
So.
And this is Jay Pagluca. Pete Cole's on the other side of the board. Your choice of whatever is out there.
Well, we're gonna do a music break and then a show.
All right.
I believe I have the Tales of the Texas Rangers.
A little bit more
Yes.
from JP's Golden Age of Radio. We'll be back right after this.
Dashing through the bush in a rusty Holden ute, kicking up the dust, Esky in the boot, Kelpie by my side, singing Christmas songs. It's summertime and I am in my singlet, shorts and thongs. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Christmas in Australia on a scorching summer's day. Hey! Jingle bells, Christmas time is beaut. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a rusty Holden ute. Engine's getting hot, dodge the kangaroos. Swaggy climbs aboard, he is welcome too. All the family is there, sitting by the pool. Christmas Day, the Aussie way, by the barbecue. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Christmas in Australia on a scorching summer's day. Hey! Jingle bells, Christmas time is beaut. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a rusty Holden ute. Come the afternoon, Grandpa has a doze. The kids and Uncle Bruce are swimming in their clothes. The time comes round to go. We take a family snap, then pack the car and all shoot through before the washing up. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Christmas in Australia on a scorching summer's day. Hey! Jingle bells, Christmas time is beaut. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a rusty Holden ute. I said, oh, what fun it is to ride in a rusty Holden
Support for community radio on WSKB is provided by Betts Plumbing and Heating Supply Company, an independent, family-owned wholesaler serving Westfield for over 50 years. specializing in plumbing, heating, and industrial piping supplies. On the web at betsplumbing.com or at 14 Coleman Avenue in Westfield.
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by Commercial Distributing Company of Westfield. Now in its third generation of family ownership, Commercial is one of the premier beverage distributors of Western Massachusetts. The Plasek family and the staff of Commercial Distributing wishes you good times throughout the year and urges you to drink responsibly. We thank the generosity of our underwriters. For more information, please contact the Westfield State Foundation at 413-572-8646. Wednesday mornings start off right from 6 to 8 a.m. with Tina Gorman and Wake Up Wednesday.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB. Live from the campus of Westfield State University, this is 89.5 FM WSKB Westfield.
The National Broadcasting Company presents Joel McRae in Tales of the Texas Rangers. Tonight, transcribed from Hollywood, another authentic reenactment of a case from the files of the Texas Rangers. Tales of the Texas Rangers, starring Joel McRae as Ranger Jace Pearson. Texas, more than 260,000 square miles, and 50 men who make up the most famous and oldest law enforcement body in North America. From the files of the Texas Rangers come these stories based on fact. Only names, dates, and places are fictitious for obvious reasons. The events themselves are a matter of record. Case for tonight, Christmas present.
It is 2 p.m., December 21st, 4 days before Christmas in the Depression year of 1931. On a city street corner in North Texas, a man dressed as Santa Claus suddenly leaves his post beside a large red pot labeled Help the Poor. Shivering with cold, he enters the newly opened building of the Panhandle Equity Bank and approaches the bank guard.
Say, mister, you mind if I stay here a few minutes, warm up a little?
I sure don't. I've been watching you through the window. Don't know how you stood it as long as you did.
Oh, this Santa Claus outfit's pretty warm at first, but then the cold sort of creeps in on you.
How long do they expect you to stand out in that?
8 to 2. 6 hours, that's all.
Well, it's 2 o'clock right now. You can go home.
Not till my relief man shows up, I can't. Can't leave till he gets here. Some money in a pot out there.
Oh. Well, why don't you wait right in here till you see him?
Well, I was hoping you'd say that, because I'm sure... Oh, there he is now. Just drove up in a car.
Oh, you can't leave a car parked there in front of the bank. There's a time limit on parking.
Well, I think he's just wondering why I'm not there. I better go out and... Oh, he sees me. He's coming in.
Howdy.
Howdy. Was wondering when you get here. God let me come in and warm up.
I hope your Santa Claus suit is warmer than his. We'll be closed up by the time you need warming.
I don't think I'll get very cold. I got a cool 45 in my pocket, pointed right for your belly. Now, don't move.
Don't move, he said. Keep your hand away from your gun. You guys are pulling the stick up.
No kidding. You figured that all out by yourself, stupid?
Let's make it a nice, quiet stick up, huh? Just walk to the rear of the bank with us, take us through the door to the money in the vault. Now, go on. You'll never get away with this. You're just trying to attract any attention. You'll never live to know whether we do or not.
All right. Open that door.
The girl by the desk has to open it. It's button control. Well, tell her you won't in. Miss Keene.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Lovett. Your Santa Claus friend's coming in with you?
Yeah.
We're so busy, I didn't even notice it. Something wrong, Mr. Lovett? You look kind of sick.
You'd be more than sick if you let out one yell. They got guns in their pockets, Miss Keene.
Watch your mouth, sister. Nobody else can see us now. Take his gun.
I've got it.
Now, sister, whether he lives or not is up to you, understand?
What do you want me to do?
Open the keys of those money trays. Get to it.
All right.
You got the sack.
Tell her what to put in it and stuff it into your jacket when you're through.
Right.
And remember, sis, one yap and this jerk gets it.
All right. Go on. Come on, now, stuff it in the sack.
What are you going to do when you leave?
Come on, fast.
What do you mean? We'll give you a chance to get away. I mean, we won't yell or anything until you're gone. Honest. Oh, yeah, that's real nice of you. Maybe you ought to be wearing the Santa Claus suit instead of me. You think I'm going to fall for a... Hurry up, will you? One of the bank executives is heading back here.
All right. I'm almost through. As soon as I get it in my...
Hey, what are you doing back here, Lovett? Why aren't you out front?
The Santa Claus fellas, Mr. Peabody, just wanted to...
Oh, what's the other one doing in the vault there? Miss Keene, what do...
Oh! You're going to answer this question later, when and if he comes to. And congratulations on your self-control. You're liable to get medals for saving your own lives.
All right, let's go. I got it.
All right, let's leave these people to quiet. Wait.
A statewide alarm was put out to all law enforcement agencies in a matter of minutes, but the perpetrators of the Santa Claus stick-up had vanished. Texas Ranger Jace Pearson, closest unit to the scene of the crime, was requested to investigate.
The chief of police gave me the general details. I'd like to get your story firsthand.
Well, I saw the guard take them through there, Ranger, and I went back to see why he was leaving his post on the bank floor, and that's when I got hit.
You have any idea how big they were?
No, I don't. I was too excited.
I see. What's your name?
Leon Peabody. I'm second vice president.
Well, how about the girl, Miss Keene, and the guard, Lovett?
Both of them were knocked out, too. Miss Keene finally came to and we sent her home, but they took Lovett to the hospital. He wasn't in good shape.
Skull fracture?
They don't know.
How come you stayed around? That's a nasty bump you got.
I feel it, too. Plenty. Ooh. But I knew the police would need whatever information there is, so I stayed.
Yeah, you better sit down.
Oh, thanks.
You think you could recognize either of the hold-up men?
Dressed the way they were? I'm afraid not.
It's a cinch they chucked those Santa Claus suits right after they left here. I hope they left a few fingerprints.
Both of them were wearing gloves.
You get a tally on how much they made off with?
We're running a tape on it. We'll know in a couple of minutes.
Men who pulled this job worked pretty smoothly. They seem to know the setup behind the partitions there. Have any of your employees ever been in any trouble?
Those men weren't employees of the bank.
I know they weren't. But somebody inside could have supplied them with your new layout. Helped them plan the job.
Well, sir, all of our employees have been with us for at least a year, and we haven't taken on any new ones since we moved over here 2 months ago.
Mr. Peabody.
Oh, yes, Tommy. Is that the rundown?
Yes, sir. 63,800. And we've got serial numbers on some of the larger bills.
Good. That'll help if they try to pass any. I'll take a copy of that list. Police can alert the other banks and merchants. We'll get numbers out on the statewide and interstate.
We may run down some more serial numbers when we cross-check deposits.
That'll be fine. I think you ought to go home now, Mr. Peabody. We can reach you there if you're needed.
Oh, thank you. I guess I shouldn't even think about myself, though. I'm a bachelor, but the guard Lovett, he's got a wife and 3 children. Pretty rotten Christmas present for them if he doesn't pull through.
I paid a call on Miss Keene, the girl who'd been slugged, but she was in a state of shock and hysteria. By nightfall, all possible angles had been checked, and we still didn't have a lead. My boss, Ranger Captain Stinson, flew in, and I met him at the airport and drove into town.
You talked to all the welfare agencies that have Santa Clauses stationed on the streets?
Yeah, and every man they have checked out clean. It was a phony setup, Captain, even though one of the bandits spent the whole day right out in the corner outside the bank.
Well, that was smart. Got the bank guard used to seeing him.
Yeah. City police are checking to see if they can find out where the suits came from and who got them.
Good idea. How's the bank guard doing?
Lovett? I checked the hospital. He's still out. No fracture, but they can't bring him around. He may have...
KTXA to Unit 10.
That's yours, Jace.
Yeah. Unit 10. Go ahead, KTXA.
City police report stolen car found in alley off Crockett Street between Maple and Lolly. Maybe car used in Panhandle Equity Bank robbery. Police chief requests your assistance.
10-4. Proceeding there immediately.
10-4.
Unit 10, clear.
KTXA Austin.
We better get there fast. This may be the break we need.
it is, Rangers. Abandoned in the alley. Prowl car spotted it and checked the license on the stolen car list.
When was it reported stolen, Chief?
Early this morning, but the owner says it might have been missing since yesterday. He's been away.
You check on him?
Yep, he's clear. That's the way he said he was.
What makes you fellas think this is the car?
Found this on the floor, under the seat. Big red button.
Off a Santa suit, all right. I'm going to climb in behind the wheel for a second. Ask one of the men in the prowl car to flash his light this way.
Sure. Let's have a spotlight here, will you, boys?
Okay, Chief.
That do, Ranger?
Yeah, that's fine. Hey, have any of your men moved this rear vision mirror, Chief?
Nope.
How about this front seat? You slide it back to get that button you found?
No, just saw it under there and reached in and got it.
What are you trying to figure, Jace?
The last fellow who drove this car was pretty big, about an inch or inch and a half taller than I am.
What makes you think so?
Because the seat's all the way back where it would be for a tall driver, and I have to raise myself a bit to get a clear view through the rear vision mirror.
Hey, that's good thinking, Jace.
Yeah, but maybe he didn't touch anything. Maybe he left the car just like it was when he stole it.
I'll give odds against that. A man who's getting away from a bank stick-up wants to know what's coming behind him. All roads out of the city had been under watch since the report of the robbery, so the men we were after figured to be close by. But all we knew was that one of them was about 6'3". In the morning, we made a routine check with police headquarters.
Good morning, Rangers.
Morning, Chief.
Morning, Chief. Your men come across anything?
We're just going to check through this report. Tells us the location of just about every Santa Claus suit in town. All of them belong to organizations, use them for their Christmas parties. Because once in a while they let some private individual borrow them for a kid party or something, as if they put up deposit money.
You got a list of the places that have loaned suits out and who got them?
That top paper. We're just starting to check it. You can look if you like.
Thanks.
Looks like we might be adding a murder charge to the armed robbery, Captain.
The bank guard dead?
Not yet, but it looks bad. They're operating for a blood clot on the brain. He's,
Wait a minute.
What is it, Jace?
I think we've got a boy to talk to. Look at this list. 2 suits borrowed from 2 different organizations, but both borrowed by the same man, Anthony Ross, 124 Fetagrosa Street.
Say, that's worth looking into, Jace. Come on. Let's pick him up.
You are listening to Tales of the Texas Rangers, starring Joel McRae as Ranger Jace Pearson. We continue now with tonight's case, Christmas Present, an authentic story from the files of the Texas Rangers.
The home of Anthony Ross at 124 Fetagrosa Street turned out to be a rundown shack on the outskirts of town. A small boy and girl, not dressed well enough against the cold, stopped playing with a mongrel dog as we drove up. They stared at us while we went up the rickety porch, the dog barking at our heels.
It's all right, boy. It's all right. Take it easy. Good pup. There's a good...
Yeah, what? Oh, Texas Rangers.
You Anthony Ross?
Yeah?
We'd like to come in.
Oh, sure.
Annie, you and Jim take the dog in the back of the house and play there.
Look at those suit boxes, Jace.
Yeah, see him.
What do you want to see me about?
We can start with those boxes on the table. What's in them?
I don't know. Just a couple of packages. That's all. They ain't mine.
You better open them up, Jace.
Yeah.
No. Wait a minute. I tell you, they ain't mine. You got no right to...
This search warrant says we have.
Search warrant? Now, look. Those things ain't stolen. They were rented.
Yeah. Couple of Santa suits, all right, Captain. And look, a button missing from the jacket of this one.
I don't know what this is all about. Why are you coming...
Maybe we can refresh your memory. The guard you slugged at the Panhandle Equity Bank isn't expected to live.
What?
Who was wearing the other suit, Ross? Who was your partner?
What are you guys doing to me? I don't know what you're talking about.
We're talking about the $63,000 stick-up you and somebody else pulled yesterday. And since you're about 5'10", I can tell you that your partner's about 6'3".
Rangers, you're making a mistake. I don't even know anything about a holdup.
The button missing from this suit was found in your getaway car, the one your partner drove.
It wasn't me. I tell you, I didn't even know what kind of costumes were in them boxes. They ain't mine.
And where'd you get them?
I picked them up at a couple of places yesterday morning.
You say you picked them up, and you're trying to tell us you don't know what's in the boxes.
I picked them up for somebody else.
They were rented out in your name.
The woman ordered them in my name.
What woman?
The one who hired me to pick them up.
That's a pretty phony story, Ross. Who was this woman you're talking about? What's her name?
I don't know. I don't even know.
You better come with us, Ross.
No. You gotta listen to me. Please listen. You gotta believe me. I was in town early yesterday morning. She come right up to me on the street. I was pulling my kid's old wagon along, trying to find some junk I might sell.
You sure you don't want to think this story over before you go any further?
She asked me if I wanted to earn $1 running a couple of errands. I said, sure. A buck could give my kids a meal for a change. She asked me my name and address, and I told her, and then she told me to wait while she went into a booth and made some phone calls. When she come out, she sent me to 2 different clubs, told me there'd be costumes and packages. She had them left in my name to avoid confusion, she said.
You didn't think that was funny?
Mister, all I could think about was earning $1. She gave me money. Deposit money for the costumes and told me to come back and meet her with the stuff on that same corner.
Where were you at 2 o'clock yesterday afternoon?
I was looking around for a junk again for a couple hours after I delivered the packages, and I guess at 2 o'clock I was walking back home from town.
It's a long walk to here in this weather.
Cost of a bus ride to buy a loaf of bread for the kids you saw outside. Is that a crime? What's it to you if I walk my feet off to feed my kids?
All right, Ross. That was a nice act. But there's a big hole in it. You say you delivered the Santa Claus suits to a woman you didn't know. But you've still got them.
Yeah, I got them. They're going to mean a good Christmas. Yeah, but you're not going to believe what I tell you. The woman came here last night, drove up in a car, woke me up. She said she was leaving town in a hurry. You didn't have time to take the costumes back yourself, and if I take them back, I could keep the deposits. $15 each. No, but you're not going to believe that, are you?
You better get your coat.
Will you give me a chance to ask one of the neighbors to watch out for my kids?
I'm afraid you'll be gone too long for that. I'm sorry, but we'll have to take him into the juvenile home.
Oh. I guess they'll get better care there than I've been able to give. I'll get my coat.
Ross, you been doing any painting around here?
Painting? This place looked like it ever saw paint.
Could be jazz angels.
I just noticed this inside the leg of this Santa Claus suit. Paint blob. Looks fresh.
Well, how come it's inside the leg, not outside?
I don't know. That's something we'll have to figure. This is the large size suit. Must have been worn by the big boy we're looking for. The captain and I did a job we hated, dropping the Ross kids off at the juvenile home. Sometimes it's the only thing to do. They cried for their father. Always make something inside you cry a little with them. We took Ross to the jail and locked him up.
Well, that seems to be it, Rangers. By the time he comes up for trial, he should be ready to name his accomplice. That is, if we don't find him before then.
I'd go along with that, Chief, if we'd found any money on him, or in the house, even a few dollars.
Kids got under your skin, huh, Jason?
They got under yours, too, Captain. You know it.
Yeah, but we gotta remember, that bank guard has kids, too.
You got any late reports on him from the hospital?
Man stationed there says the operation is over. Don't know how it's going to come out yet, though.
You might as well go over there and check with the doctors, Jace. I gotta get back to company headquarters.
Do me a favor, then. You're heading toward Austin. Take the Santa outfits with you and have them sent on to the lab. Get an analysis of that paint in the trousers. Maybe some traces in the boots, too.
Well, how come the boots?
They're made to go on over regular shoes. I figured that paint stain on the inside of the pants came from a blob of paint on the shoe of the man who put them on.
I see. All right, Jace, you want to know the content of the paint and see if Lab can run down the source, is that it?
Yeah.
You working up to some kind of a lead?
Maybe. A few things I'm trying to fit together. Maybe they won't fit. If they do, though, you will hear from me. I went over to the hospital and checked with the doctors, but the outcome was still in doubt. The guard's wife was there, face twisted with worry and fear. There was nothing I could do to help. I got some sleep. Then in the morning, I went back to see the police chief.
Oh, Ranger, I'm glad you dropped in. I just had a long-distance call from your lab headquarters at Alston. Report on that paint.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I wrote it all down. Paint is manufactured right here in town. Brand name is Light Glow.
Light Glow, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Can you get a list of local painting contractors who use it?
Well, I reckon just about all of them do. It's good paint, and this wouldn't hardly be Texas if we didn't deal with a local outfit, would it?
No, it wouldn't. Thanks a lot. I'll see you later.
Where are you going?
Over to the Panhandle Equity Bank. Mr. Peabody, do you know who painted this bank before you opened?
Well, there was a contract for the building, included the painting, and I guess that was done on a subcontract.
Can you find out from the contractor?
Sure, but do you mind my asking why?
I told you the day of the robbery. Everything was too well planned. Like the men who did it knew the inside of the bank.
Yes, I remember you saying that. You think the painters may have?
That's what I think.
But why not some of the construction men?
I've got a reason for being interested in painters. Check it for me, will you? He checked. Contractor gave the name of the painters. 2 men, Eddie West and Martin Poggin. They'd been working the day of the robbery, he said, at a house on the north side of town. I went out to the house to see the owner.
Why, yes, Ranger. They worked here all day that day. I remember we heard the report of the robbery on the radio.
They were both here all day?
Yes.
Didn't even go out to eat?
Had their lunches with them.
Kind of smelly when the house gets painted. Most women usually get out of the way.
I wanted to watch them, so I was here every minute to see they didn't get sloppy. I like things neat.
I see. Well, thanks, ma'am. I'm sorry I bothered you.
Why are you asking about them, Ranger?
Nothing important. Not as long as you say they were here. Goodbye, ma'am. Merry Christmas to you.
Yeah, the same to you, Ranger. Merry Christmas.
She was the alibi for Eddie West and Martin Poggin. But she was too nervous about answering a few simple questions. Nervous enough to make me wonder. I went back to the jail, got Anthony Ross out in my custody, and drove him to the north side of town. All right, get out, Ross. We're going in here for a minute.
Why? What are you trying to frame now?
I just want you to meet somebody.
Well, back again, Ranger. I thought we'd...
It's her. Ranger, that's the woman.
Who is he? Who is this man?
You ought to remember me, lady. My kids are in juvenile home on account of you, and I've been in jail.
I never saw you before in my whole life.
Tell him the truth. Tell him before I...
Hold it, Ross.
Take him away from here. Go away, both of you.
Ranger, I got those costumes for her. For her.
You're a liar, a liar.
That word fits somebody, all right. Can I come in and have a look around, ma'am?
What for? What do you want?
I want to check over the painting job to see if it's just new painting or if there's some new plaster under it someplace.
You can't come in. You have no right.
The boys you're alibying for must have come back here after they cracked the bank, because you must have picked them up in your car after they ditched the one they're using.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Wouldn't carry the money on them. Did they cover it up here, safe under fresh plaster and paint until it cools off?
No!
I can call for a search warrant and wait till a crew comes and tears this place apart. It will go better for you if you don't try to cover
The
it.
money isn't here.
Well, come on, where is it?
It's here, all right. In that wall. Behind the picture.
Come on, Ross. Now, which one's your boyfriend? Poggin or West?
Eddie West. He said we'd get married. Go to Europe next year.
You'll all go someplace next year, but it won't be Europe. West about 6'3"?
Yes. How did you know?
I got an early Christmas present. Somebody sent me a crystal ball. As soon as I call the police and dig out that bank money, you're coming with us.
Ranger, I'm clear now, ain't I?
Looks that way, Ross, but you'll have to go back to jail for a while and be checked out by the local police. That won't take any longer than it'll take me to pick up Eddie West and Martin Poggin. I made my call, then took West's girlfriend and Anthony Ross back to jail. Poggin and West were playing it smart, working right up to Christmas Eve like a couple of house painters would be doing. I found out where they were working, the loft of a warehouse. Local police covered the building while I went in.
Eddie, who's that? Who came in?
Probably the watchman. Watch out for those paint cans.
Don't worry. I see him.
That ain't the watchman's boys, Eddie.
Come out of the shadows where we can see you.
I'm coming. But seeing me isn't going to make you happy.
Eddie, it's a Texas Ranger.
Shut up, Poggin. I got my gun. Howdy, Ranger. Something you want?
Yeah. I want the two men who robbed the Panhandle Equity Bank.
Shut up. What would we know about that, Ranger?
Come down off that scaffold and I'll tell you.
Okay. Marty, lower away.
Too bad you aren't working in a place with a phone. Your girlfriend could have warned you earlier.
If he moves, I'll get him.
Keep your hands away!
I'm hurt. I'm bleeding.
I just nicked you when you tried to dig for that gun in your pocket. You're not hurt.
We didn't do nothing, Ranger.
Somebody should have told you that the real Santa Claus gives. He doesn't take. Get up and try this present I've got for you. A pair of handcuffs.
Well, that winds it up for sure, Ranger. Didn't turn out too bad either. Just heard from the hospital. Guard passed the crisis. He's going to be all right.
You couldn't have better news, Chief. Just in time, too. It's getting dark. Christmas Eve. You let Anthony Ross go?
Mm-hmm, about 10 minutes ago. He didn't seem too happy, though. Just like he didn't care. What with his kids in the juvenile home and everything. Judge mightn't even release him if he can't care for him.
Ross didn't have a dime. Not even bus fare. It'd take him a couple hours to walk home.
Oh, why didn't I think?
Well, maybe it's just as well that way. Let me call the judge. And Mr. Peabody, the bank vice president.
Mm-hmm.
Stores will be open late, won't they?
Sure. Why?
It'll take Ross a long time to get to his house. Maybe we can get some of your boys to help us and change his mind about Christmas. There's Ross. You hear him coming up the walk now?
Mm-hmm. Coming slow. His tail is dragging.
Yeah.
Not that I blame him.
Are the kids asleep?
Yeah. All bundled up in them new blankets. Shh.
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by Westfield Bank. For more than 160 years, Westfield Bank has been an important community presence and commercial leader in the Pioneer Valley. With convenient full banking services in Westfield, West Springfield, East Longmeadow, Agawam, Feeding Hills, Springfield, Southwick, as well as Enfield and Granby, Connecticut, visit us on the web at westfieldbank.org. We thank the generosity of our underwriters. For more information, please contact the Westfield State Foundation at 413-572-8646.
It's Tuesday morning from 6 till 8. Wow, it's Tuesday with Bob Plass.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB. Live from the campus of Westfield State University, this is 89.5 FM, WSKB, Westfield.
And this is JP Luca. JP's Talk About Town for a Friday morning before Christmas. We have a few days left before we get there. And actually, there are 3 days, 16 hours, 15 minutes, and 33 seconds to Christmas. So, lest you forget, it is just around the corner. And we've been playing around this morning with some Christmas music parodies, but in the theme of winter, of course, it's not very wintry out this morning, but if this was snow, it sure as heck would have been. We would have seen over 2 feet today, I think. So, oh, man. Could have been white.
There's people that are cheering about that, Jay.
Yeah, well.
One of them sitting right next to you.
So just because Mark doesn't like the snow.
I like snow. It can snow on Christmas Eve, like maybe starting around 4 o'clock in the afternoon and end by noon on Christmas Day, and then I've had it.
And then, yeah, okay. All right. I get it. But we have a bit coming up from comedian John Pinette. He was born in Boston, Massachusetts in 1964 and unfortunately passed away a few years ago. He was a good-sized guy and had a story about his friends who brought him skiing.
I've never been like adventurous either, although people have always asked me to go on adventures, rides, pursuits, amusements, journeys to see what will happen to me. That's their fun. My whole life people have said to me, John, you have to come along. It's going to be a lot of fun. I have trouble saying no. I say nay, it's easier for me. Every year I get a call, John, we're going skiing. People want to see me ski. John's funny. He's funny to hang around with. Let's put skis on him. And he'll be funnier. I went skiing a few years ago. I wasn't going to ski. I just want to see the mountains, the change of seasons. I wasn't going to ski. They gave me tequila. I don't drink tequila anymore because it makes me ski. Apparently, after the 5th shot, I demand my skis. Where's my skis? I could barely stand. They put skis on me. They rented me skis. They bought me a ski suit. It was white. It didn't flatter me. I look like an avalanche from the top of the mountain. Why are they evacuating that village over there? Now, it was my first time skiing. So you'd think my first time, take me to the little slope, whee! Plus, I'm too drunk to stand. Let's not take them to the little slope. They took me up to Mount Son of a Bitch. And they threw me off that mountain. I didn't ski anything. I fell down a mountain. I don't even know where the skis went. I had to pay for the skis because I never found them. I went to the ski rental place. They said, where are the skis? Up there. I fell down a mountain. I got to the bottom of the mountain, a lifeless wreck covered in snow. A little kid walks up to me crying. Frosty's dead. Frosty's dead. Now other children are gathered round and they're horrified. Don't be dead, Frosty, they're saying. I had to get up. If I get up, these kids will believe in Santa till they're 27. There must have been some magic. Hey, Frosty, open the ambulance door. Frosty's gonna need Percocets and a Pez dispenser. But when they placed it on his head, happy birthday. Water skiing I thought would be okay. Because it's water, it's soft. Nay. Not at 40 miles an hour, it's like cement. And I can stand up on the skis. But then the boat pulled me. That's when things started to go wrong. It was like snorkeling underwater really fast. I heard a barracuda go, what the hell was that? And I water ski mostly with my face. And I would bob my head out of the water periodically, you know, to scream for help. It wasn't an audible scream. It came out like, Aah! Killer whales are following. They're curious and a little concerned. Well, everybody's here. Who's that? smells like us, but he sure sounds like us in pain. Let him go, he's just a baby! My friends thought I was being funny. John, you were so funny. When you were bobbing your head out of the water, I was laughing. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't breathe either. You should have stopped the boat. Parasailing, nay, nay. They para-dragged my ass all over the Pacific. The next time we go parasailing, turn around. If I'm not up in the air waving, stop the boat. I was picked up by a fishing trawler. They were packing me in ice when they found me. John, we're going bungee jumping. Nay, nay. John, are you afraid the bungee's gonna snap? No, I know the bungee's gonna snap. Oh, the bungee can't snap. It's a space-age polymer. Good, I'll take the whole bridge with me. Everybody will die. Everybody on the bridge at once. Nay, nay! My favorite little journey was whitewater rafting. Have you been? If you haven't been, just take an ice-cold shower for a day and hit yourself with a bag of rocks. Call it whitewater rocking. It's the same thing. We went to the Grand Canyon whitewater rafting thing. We took mules down the canyon. My mule said, nay, nay. Everybody got way ahead of me, and I'm screaming, hold on, mine's not breathing. Don't you die on me, you son of a bitch. Clear. Just see me on the front of PETA magazine. Now I'm carrying the mule like Shrek. That's not very nice. It's just a donkey. They take me to a raging river, and they tell me to get in a boat, but there's not a boat there. It's just a rubber thingy. When the boat would sink, they would put one of these out until a real boat came and got you. If it doesn't have a buffet in a casino, it ain't seaworthy. People did this with such joy, and it was dangerous. Nobody cared but me. One guy flies out of the boat. It's a lot of fun! We drag him back in, and he's hit his head. He's still happy. You see that, huh? Yeah. I got a little blood here. Oh, yeah. Jeez, that was fun, though, huh? Yeah. Don't let me fall asleep, all right? I'm going to have a zone bar. I'm fine. Gee, that was fun. It's good to have fun. I'm at the front of the boat going, can we bang against the rocks one more time? I still have cartilage left in my right knee. And are we going to swing back around because I left one of my balls on the rock over there? Oh, an eagle has it. Forget about it. They see a ball, they swoop right in. My family likes to take me on little adventures. They took me to Hershey Park. It's an amusement park. There's nay-nay rides at the amusement park. There was a loop coaster.
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by the Barnes & Noble College Bookstore in the Ely Campus Center, offering Westfield State t-shirts, sweatshirts, and gift merchandise, all of your academic needs, and offering textbook materials in new, used, ebook, and rental formats. Available at the bookstore on campus or online at westfieldstate.bncollege.com. Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by Comcast and Xfinity.com, offering Xfinity TV, Internet, home phone, and home security services. Information on all that Xfinity has to offer in the Westfield area is available online at Xfinity.com.
We thank the generosity of our underwriters. For more information, please contact the Westfield State Foundation at 413-572-8646. Discussions of local politics, events, happenings, and miscellany potpourri. Ken's Den, Tuesday, 8 to 10. Live from the campus of Westfield State University, this is 89.5 FM, WSKB, Westfield.
And this is J-Pac Luca. Thanks for joining us for JP's Talk About Town. As we wind up one of our last shows of the year, we will be back here next Friday. Following us right here on WSKB will be Mark Auerbach in just a few minutes. So let's wind this down with Bob and Doug McKenzie and their 12 Days of Christmas.
Okay, Good Day. This is our Christmas part of the album, and you can play this at your Christmas parties or to yourself on Christmas Eve if there's nothing else to do.
Good Day, eh?
Yeah.
In case you thought, like, I wasn't on this part.
Oh, I guarantee you'd be on. Okay, so Good Day. This is the Christmas part, and we're going to tell you what to get your true love for Christmas.
Look out the window.
Where? What are you doing?
Snow.
What? Oh, it's the Great White North, and it's snowing because it's Christmas time. Hey, Hoser.
What?
Here's a quiz. Quiz for Doug.
Okay, I have my thinking toque on.
Yeah, right. What are the 12 days of Christmas? Just figure it out, right? Christmas is when?
The 25th.
Right, and what's the 24th? Christmas Eve, right? So that's two. And then what's after that? Boxing
Wrestling Day.
No,
Boxing Day, yeah.
That's 3.
I know.
Then what's after that? Nothing.
New Year's.
4. And what's
New Year's Eve?
5.
Okay.
Where do you get 12?
There's 2 Saturdays and Sundays in there. That's 4. That's 9. And 3 other days, which I believe are the mystery days.
Okay, now, this is our Christmas song, in case you don't know what to get somebody for Christmas.
There's lots of ideas in here, so listen and don't get stuck.
Okay.
By the way, that's me on the organ.
Oh, jeez.
You start.
Okay. On the first day of Christmas, my true love gave to me a beer.
On the second day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 2 turtlenecks
and a beer. Okay, good. On the third day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 3 French toasts,
2 turtlenecks,
and a beer. Okay,
that should be more there, right?
Where? Go.
Fourth day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 4 pounds of back bacon,
3 French toasts,
2 turtlenecks,
and a beer
in a tree. See, you need more.
The fifth day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 5 golden toques,
4 pounds of back bacon,
3 French toasts,
2 turtlenecks,
and a beer
in a tree.
Okay, on the 6th to go.
Christmas, my true love gave to me 6 packs of 2-4, 5 golden toques, 4 pounds of back bacon,
3 French toasts,
2 turtlenecks,
and a beer in a tree.
Okay.
On the 7th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 7 packs of smoke,
6 packs of 2-4,
5 golden toques,
4 pounds of back bacon,
3 French toasts,
2 turtlenecks,
and a beer
in a tree.
I keep forgetting.
This should just be the 2 days of Christmas. It's too hard for us. Go, Hoser.
Oh, 8th day of Christmas, true love gave to me
8 comic books,
7 packs of smoke, 6 packs of 2-4-5. And a beer. Yeah, that beer is empty. Okay, day 12.
Good day, and welcome to day 12.
Yeah. Golden tubes, 4 pounds of back bacon, 3 French toast, 2 turtlenecks, and a beer in a tree.
Good turn to do that.
Albums.
So, like, that's our song. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
And good day.
Good day, everybody. Happy New Year, too. Okay, you know what you left out?
What?
Donuts. I told you to get me donuts. Either on the 9th day or the 10th day or the 11th day. I wanted donuts. But I wanted...
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Or on the 12th day, you could have gotten me a dozen donuts.
Go on to the
You could have
stores
gone down
and get some
to
presents.
like the good donut shop where if you buy a dozen, you get a Another one free, and that would have been 13 for the 13 days of Christmas.
Next Christmas, get me a chainsaw. Take off. Boy, that song is a beauty. Moved.
Yeah, I think it ranks up there with Stairway to Heaven.
What?
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by Bay State Noble Hospital, a brand new name for a Westfield institution which is improving the health of our community every day with quality and compassion. Noble Hospital and Bay State Health, better together. Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by Bay State Dental. Comprehensive dentistry at 14 convenient locations in Springfield, Chicopee, Longmeadow, West Springfield, Belchertown, East Longmeadow, Ludlow, Northampton, Greenfield, and Wilbraham, as well as 29 Broad Street in Westfield. Bay State Dental makes it a priority to help you achieve and maintain the healthy smile you deserve. On the web at baystatedental.com.
We thank the generosity of our underwriters. For more information, please contact the Westfield State Foundation at 413-572-8646.
Discussions of local politics, events, happenings, and miscellany potpourri. That's what you'll find on Ken's Den, Tuesdays from 8 till 10.
Live from the campus of Westfield State University, this is 89.5 FM.